Greetings, everyone. I'm glad that you are here. We've got a reading for Tuesday through Friday of this week. Yesterday was the new moon, and hopefully you were able to take the time to create within your mind something that is transformative in your life, whether it be for your health or for a new job, a new circumstances, whatever that is that's actually going to elevate you and help you get to the next level. I hope that you had success in doing that. Usually, you can access that new moon energy 2 days prior, the day of, and about 2 days afterward. However, I will tell you there is a caution about working with the moon in its darkest moments. They call that the dark moon. Um, Within that 24-hour period before the moon hits in its position as the new moon or the full moon. And a lot of that is because that energy is really chaotic. Shifting from whatever it is that it is moving from. There's a lot of it can be very stagnant or it can be very static. And so you want to pay attention to how you may be creating during that time frame. Those that do work with chaos magic, that's a great time to be able to harness that energy, because you may want to use that energy to propel what it is that you're bringing forth, it, be it the new moon or the full moon. However, again, even very, very seasoned witches and those that work ceremonial magic will tell you that that's a time that you should um, have more caution about and use it for prepping and meditation as opposed to actually physically doing work. Now, here we are literally about a day and a half outside of the new moon, and you may think, oh my gosh, I missed the new moon. Well, what was I thinking? Can I still harness it? Absolutely, because that new moon energy is moving and shifting into the quarter moon. And the quarter moon, I like to say it's like a half moon. Is as far as we can see it, is visually one side and the other, right? So therefore, that would be a way to use both new and full moon intentions. And so you actually have I would say somewhere about maybe 10 days to work through new moon activities. The first part of the new moon is really about acknowledging where you are and then beginning to set and focus on the intentions. However, it's the work from that point. Nothing that you are thinking about can come into fruition if you don't put any action to it, right? You definitely have the heart, you have the intention, but now there's the action. And so the few days before the quarter moon arrives, or right prior to the full moon access, you want to begin shifting and moving through what it is that you've made the request for. And then by time you get to the full moon, you want to get rid of whatever it is that's hindered you from being able to acquire what it was or what you were looking to acquire in the new moon. So you're constantly looking and reevaluating and reassessing, adjusting, letting go, and then back to where you're creating again. So, and I say that because many of us don't go from point A to point B to C and then see it all the way through. Sometimes what we do is we do point A, we get to the ritual, we do point B, we're realizing the ritual, or we're inside the ritual, but we don't see it all the way through. And so by the time the full moon comes around, we start thinking about all the stuff we got to let go, right? Um, and you have plenty of stuff to let go of that's connected to what you were desiring, but we won't focus on that. We start focusing on some other stuff. I gotta let go of this, I gotta let go of that, instead of going back to your assignment. Stick to the assignment. The assignment was is what it is you're deciding to create, and then you tweak it as the month goes on so that you can now formulate what it is that you are definitely going to manifest. I'm going to say that because we have no other choice but to manifest it. Okay, so I'm pulling Tuesday through Friday cards, and by tomorrow we will actually speak on each card, right? So Wednesday, I will pull additional cards to see what else is being said about that card for that day. And then we'll do the same on Thursday and Friday, etc. These are beautiful cards. These are the Herbcrafter cards. However, I have to look at these. I think, you see, I'm over here pulling them apart because half of the cards are facing one way and the other half are facing the other way. And that, I think, is really unique. I don't know how that happened. That's super unique. That I would just split the cards and they were halfway facing one way. Or, yeah, like the back of the card was facing me and the front of the card was facing the other way. So therefore, yeah, I don't know that I'm going to think about that one, right? Okay, so that's a split decision. That's something about what's going on today or this week, that there'll be split decisions. Not necessarily in a bad way, but it may feel a little tight for you. Oh yeah, because I'm looking at these cards and I don't know how this happened, but it did definitely happen. But so it will be a split decision on something that is maybe new or fresh. And I say that because this deck of cards is it's not a new deck, but I don't use it as often. And I began working with it when I started building the Be Well Witches Cabin community. Wow. So I'll figure out what that means in my life, but you need to figure it out what it is in your life. And that's some of what is happening this week, is that a split decision is made. And not necessarily a bad thing. Actually, it's probably quite refreshing. I think so anyways. It feels that way. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull for Tuesday. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. I just split the cards, and they're split still. That is wild. I love it, though. Okay, so the first card that I have is... Go figure. I'm sitting here saying it's wild, and the first card that I got is Wild Cherry. What? These cards are talking. I love tarot. I love the cards. And I never thought I was going to like the cards as much as I do. Okay, this card was already turned up. It's one of those split decision cards. This is 4 of water, and it is mint. 4 of cups. Oh, see, split decision because 4 of cups. Yeah, so that would be for Wednesday. Okay, Thursday is the Emperor Hemlock. There you go. And for Friday, this one's reversed. Calendula, and this is 3 of fire. So I'm going to show you the card, but it is in reverse. Calendula. Okay, so let's talk about that. So today's card is Tuesday, and that is Wild Cherry. Now let me get my glasses on. I've got set here. I don't know where my other set is. Well, well, well. What shall I say? I think I have glasses that are missing right now. Let's see. Okay, there. So this card is a Nine of Fire. So that's the Nine of Swords. Wild Cherry. Nine of Swords. Very, very interesting card. Now, for those that wonder, why I said fire with swords, because many have been taught that the wands are fire. How can that be? How can that be when the swords are created by fire? And a wand would be destroyed by fire. So this is some common sense stuff, okay? You'll learn that in one of my classes that I hold. I hold 2 classes a year that really discusses how tarot came about, how to use tarot, the cards in tarot, learning the cards, and also the twisted workings against tarot by Aleister Crowley. Very interesting. Okay, so Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords, usually that's the person on the bed, like, oh, okay, making very, very tough decisions. So today, you might find that you had to make a decision about something. Um, it what I see is it has definitely having to do with the home, and I always like to go towards health. Like, what are you going to do about your health? And this is what I feel that this is about. This is really taking into consideration maybe some habits that we have. Yeah, I'm going to tell you that is. It's definitely a habitual thing that we need to pay attention, and so we're going to need to make better decisions based on some old habits, okay? That we can readjust, but it's definitely to your benefit to readjust, right? It might seem a little hard, but it's time to do some research on better health options. And that's what I'm seeing. Not just because the herbs are there, but it's because it's the wild cherry. Um, the cherries are really good, but like that people say they're pits, they're pits. And sometimes we can crunch down on a cherry thinking it's gonna be smooth, and then that pit is right there. So that means there's caution. So we need to look at our health and be very cautious. Literally begin making a plan, make a better plan for your health regimen. Okay. So that is today's card, but and I'm not going to pull any cards to surround that because here we're talking about it. Today is about that. Now, the second card, this is for Wednesday. And this one is 4 of water. So that's 4 of cups. And mint is the flavor. Mint is refreshing, but this card is really this is really interesting. 4 of cups. Oh goodness. Traditionally this cup has a little boy that's sitting by a tree, and he's got 3 cups in front of him, and then there's the cup that's kind of sticking out right there. And he's not appreciative of things that are happening that are given to him. um yeah, I'm gonna say that's where it feels like that maybe there's something that we need to acknowledge, um that we have more than what we can imagine, right? So your experience on Wednesday has to do with how you communicate that appreciation. And you might find yourself in it might be something quick or might be even detailed, but the conversation might feel a little bit like there's a little tug and pull there. And so it'd be better and be wise for you to get to a point where you recognize or acknowledge being appreciative for what it is that is being provided. So provisions. That's what I feel right there. But I'm gonna tomorrow I'll pull additional cards to see how that is being developed. Okay, on Thursday we have hemlock. And this is the Emperor. There you go. There's that card. So this card, I'm getting, boy, this theme is definitely all earth for real. So this is about knowing your value and then protecting that value. We're going to open that up on Thursday. So make sure you stay in tune for Thursday's reading. And then the Friday, which is 3 of Fire. So this is 3 of Swords reversed. I love 3 of Swords reversed. That's a happy card. Anyways, that is a 3 of Fire, 3 of Swords, and it came up reversed. Okay, so let me just talk about that. So because this is one of my favorite cards, and now traditionally this card has the heart, right? It has a heart, and there's swords, 3 swords going through it. So I'm going to say that you're getting to the point where you don't care what everybody else is saying about whatever story they want to believe and how they want to narrate, or the narratives. You're living your life and you are finally in your head making decisions that really suit you well, but you feel good about it, right? It's not that other people's ideas and suggestions aren't good. It's just that you are not being pushed around by other people's thoughts and ideas as to what you should do. You are finally stepping into your own power about your decision and knowing that that's where you are going to be and feel happiest, right? So calendula is a healing herb. So it's not to say that's being taken away because it's reversed. It's that you are now accessing what is healing for you in your personal power. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Anyways, okay, I'm going to be back tomorrow and we're going to discuss what this 4 of Water is, 4 of Cups, and how it best serves you, what you might be finding out tomorrow. And then I'm trying to decide if I'm going to give you the information a day ahead so that you can plan. I think that's best, right? Just like this. So I will gradually do that. I'll gradually integrate that in. I have to uh, form my speaking time around that so that I can definitely support the process. Anyways, I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for coming to my cabin and tuning in. I wish and hope that you tune in tomorrow. I'll see you again. Ashe. Mwah.